everybody, it's Brian from the Horror Tours. Just got back from Indianapolis, believe it or not, a special media preview of a new haunt opening up down there, first-year haunt, entitled House of Trepidation. It's actually 3 haunts in one. Backstory is a crazy doctor and all of his crazy patients in this one area. 3 different haunts connected by this one theme. I was asked to go down there and give my opinion on it, and I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. One thing I will say is definitely a 5 for the set design. Set design was very, very good, very detailed sets, both inside and out. On the outside, a very nice facade, which I will show you right about now, so you don't have to look at my ugly mug. These are some shots of the outside, just the waiting area of House of Trepidation, and similar set level on the inside. One of the things I would have to say that was very good was even the corridors in between sets inside were detailed. They weren't just blank walls, which is very nice, I have to say. The layout was also quite good. Each house had a pathway to a room and then another little pathway to another room. It was always just enough light so you could see what was going on, but you couldn't see people sneaking up on you. It was dark enough so that they could hide, but light enough so that you could see where you're going. That was very, very good. Each of the sets were detailed, a lot of nice props in there. Not too many actors, I will say. I will have to say about that. It's my understanding they didn't have all their actors tonight, which is fine. It was just a preview. If it's at full strength, there should be a lot of actors in each of the scenes. The scenes were varied. The first set, first haunted house, was a mansion. The second haunted house was a lab, and the third was called Purgatory, which was a nightmare sort of landscape of dreams and nightmares and things like that. Each one had its own self-contained sets that were pertinent to that particular haunt. Again, set design was quite good. Most of the rooms consisted of some mannequins, maybe some pneumatic props, and then usually a live actor that would jump out and scare you at some point. Each of the rooms had the same pattern, so after a while you came to expect that. Again, I'll give 5 chainsaws for the set design. Acting, I would have to say maybe about a 2.5 to 3. The actors that introduced each one of the haunts were very good. They stayed in character. They did well, especially the devil guy in Purgatory. He was great. He was sort of like a creepy English butler if Satan were a butler. He was very good. And the actors inside each of the areas, I have to say, when I walked through there, their timing was off. So I was already past and almost out of the room before they would jump out and scare. I was with 2 other people, but they usually waited till the last person passed them before they jumped out. So you actually had to turn around to see the actor and what they were wearing and what costume they were in. So the timing was a little bit off on the acting, and most of them were just the jump out and go boo type of actors. So not a huge amount of variety, but I will give them points because they didn't get in your face and scream, which is a big no-no in my book. So overall, House of Trepidation, each of the houses were about 5 or 6 minutes, so the whole thing is about 20 minutes. They say it's 3 different haunts, which indeed it is, but they are 3 short haunts. So I believe it's $20, House of Trepidation. Not a bad start for a first-year haunt. Overall, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. And if you're heading down to Indy, there are a lot of haunts down there in Indy. Make sure you put this one on your list. It's one of those that's well worth it if you're going down there to do a haunt weekend or an overnight and hit a bunch of the haunted houses in the Indy area. There are quite a lot of them, and it's always good to have another one added to it. So House of Trepidation, 3 chainsaws for me.